Mania Wrestling, we are starting off the new year, 1985, with Super Duper Show. Superstar Saturday at the Mid-South Court. Jupiter will be with his manager Uncle Euros versus Overload to see who's going to be facing either Exotic Rick or Chicano for the #1 contender world championship match in 2 weeks. And then we have Little Thuggy with Big Thuggy versus Teeny Norman. Then HOTSHOT versus Rob Nomad to see who's going to be facing the Cruiserweight champion Death Starboy next week. Then Zen with his friend Max Attack versus Drool. Then we have the two new women, Devastika versus Sydney St. Cloud. In the TV title match, Moon Trooper versus the new guy, Flex Deltoid. Let's see what happens. Great crowd at the Mid-South Court. Jupiter with his first win and Overload with his first loss. Jupiter will be facing either Exotic Rick or Chicano. And then Teeny Norman beating half of the Pain Dealers, Little Thuggy, with a magical bicycle pump kick. Then Rob Nomad will be going to face Death Starboy, winning his first matchup, and will he win his first title in under 2 weeks? Then a double count out there. These two may have to run it back, maybe at Super Duper Show. And then Devastator beat Sydney St. Cloud in their one-on-one match with a Devastator. And then there's a new champion, Moon Trooper, was a 2-time TV champion, and both times he lost it on his first defense. Flex Deltoid, your new champion, his first win, and he's now your champion. Third place leading into Sunday Night Slam, where Death Starboy defends against none other than Rob Nomad, a.k.a. the former O'Hooligan. At the Shipyard, we're going to be first hearing a music video featuring Jet Set Strutter, a former world champion and tag team champion. Then Chicano versus Exotic Rick, who will be going to face Jupiter in the main event of next week to see who's going to be the #1 contender for Dark Invader. And then a training montage featuring Jupiter himself trying to get in shape for one of his competitors. And then 2 new tag teams, the Lounge Act, Mandana and Pelvis Las Vegas, alter ego of Pelvis Presley, versus the Mean Streets, Beat 'em Up, Bo and Lee. Then we'll hear from the Patreon, the Mike Devastica, who won her first match last week. Then the Cruiserweight title Steel Cage match, Death Starboy versus Rob Nomad. Wait a minute, what? Duper's being attacked on his way down to the gym. Is that Dr. B? He's back. He returns tonight. He has a new style, of course.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Great crowd at the shipyard. Great music video. It's going to be in heavy rotation on VTV. And Chicano won the match and is now going to be in a match for the #1 contenders. But who's he going to be facing? Because Dr. B has injured Jupiter. Dr. B returned full beard and all with new chains around his neck, new overalls and everything. He's still the same Dr. B. But I don't know what's in store for his career now. And then the Mean Streets have just won themselves a match for the #1 contenders spot next week. Then Devastator says she's gonna beat the women's champion the Queen of Mean, and she is not gonna let anyone get in her way. And then Rob Nomad, it seems like the Cosmic Takeover is over, as Death Star Boy is now injured after that steel cage match, and Rob Nomad is the new Cruiserweight champion. First place weekend wrestling, where the #1 contenders matches will be in place, and Dr. B will explain his actions as he returns. A lot in store for you tonight at the Wrestletorium. The first match is going to be a champion versus champion. TV champion Flex Deltoid versus Cruiserweight champion Rob Nomad. Then the #1 contenders match, the Mean Streets versus the Mullet Cousins. And then Jupiter, he's going to be ready for in-ring action by the time Super Duper show is up and ready. And he looks to challenge Dr. B tonight. And I forgot to mention that everyone was hyper and was cheering Dr. B throughout the whole entire attack. Jupiter is the one that no one likes. Dr. B seems to have a new attitude as well with those gold chains and the beard. Everyone loves him now. And then Valedictorian is also the new attitude, also loved by the fans. Loves working out more than school, and he's gonna face the world champion with his minion Moon Trooper. In arm wrestling, HOTSHOT versus the Big Mouth Exotic Rick. Seems like tensions are gonna rise after this for sure. And then this is gonna be the best wrestling match in history. Chicano versus the new runner-up, Dicky Thunderbird, to see who's gonna be the #1 contender for Dark Invader.
Stands for bad.
Sold out tonight. Rob Nomad took the win quick and easy against the TV champion, the Cruiserweight champion. A lot of momentum, has not lost a match yet. And then the Mean Streets, an unexpected loss, but I think they're still going to be able to go for the tag champs, as Cletus Mullet has reportedly been injured in their match. And Zeke Mullet said he'd rather be with his brother than to go for a title. And then not many people like this segment, but I know they're going to love it when they actually step into the ring one-on-one with each other. Inside a prison cell. And then the Star Destroyer gave Valedictorian his first loss back in the ring. Great job to Dark Invader, gaining momentum toward his match against Dicky Thunderbird, as we've seen beating Chicano. And then the arm wrestling contest ended in a tie between HOTSHOT and Exotic Rick. Second place, Super Duper show is tonight. Tonight at the Chi-Town complex, Dr. B's hometown. The TV title's up for grabs as Overload looks to defeat Flex Deltoid. But will Deltoid defend and retain the title against Overload? Then we will hear from Chicano after his loss against Dicky Thunderbird. And then a tag team match with the new tag team, the Fellowship, KEZZIF and Red Pirate Rogers against the Pain Dealers. And then the prison cell match, Dr. B versus Jupiter with Uncle Euros. And then ladies title match, Queen of Mean versus Devastika. And then we will be seeing the first sight of the returning from the psych ward, Slash Master. How many nightmares will he give children nowadays? Because I have a feeling he is not a goody two-shoes like he was. In a tag title match, Cletus Mullet said he's going to suck up his pride. He's going to go up there and he's not going to ruin his brother's chance at victory against the Evil Empire. Then Dark Invader soon after, as right after his match with the tag team titles, he has to go face Dicky Thunderbird, one of the best wrestlers in history, in a world title match in the main event.
You want to tango with me?
Sold out at the Chi-Town complex. Flex Deltoid got the weight rack to make the ref ring the bell, tapping Overload out, retaining his title. And it doesn't seem like Chicano is too keen on Dicky Thunderbird beating him, and I think he wants a rematch. Then a time limit draw between the Fellowship and the Pain Dealers. Seems like a rivalry is brewing there as well. And then in an unexpected victory, Jupiter took the beating to Dr. B, one of the veterans of my business. The first ever three-time world champion. The first ever world champion. He beat him. That is insane. Jupiter thinks that he should have been the one out there facing Dark Invader, facing Chicano. He will get his revenge. And then Queen of Mean absolutely destroyed Devastika, absolutely shrieking all the way down with the screamer. And then the kids already were crying, scared. The parents were covering their children's eyes as he absolutely mauled his opponents outside in the cemetery. And then their dreams were not a reality, as they were able to overcome the odds, because Death Starboy was also injured, but he got to the ropes. Cosmic Flip to Zeke Mullet, and they are still your tag champs. And also, Dicky Thunderbird didn't stand a chance against Dark Invader in the match. Even Dark Invader being a little bit tired from his tag team match, he still put up a fight, won it within seconds. First place at the Super Duper show, but now it's time for the Valentine's Day Massacre.